you've obviously set out some of the detail of your economic proposals for independence today in this paper, but do you accept that for voters looking at this document, there's still a great deal of uncertainty because a lot of this would be subject to negotiations? For example, EU membership requires the agreement of the EU, and a trade border with the rest of the UK would be subject to negotiations with the rest of the UK.
No, I do accept that we will have a requirement to continue to provide information and to update information as circumstances change, and in some respects, circumstances over which we have no control, the turmoil in the UK right now, as we progress towards a choice on independence. And we will seek to do that as fully as we possibly can. Just as we did in 2014, we will endeavour, and I think it's really important that we set out as much information as we possibly can, and that's what this series of papers is seeking to do. And if you take Europe, for example, there will be a paper, as I said, I think a moment ago, dedicated to issues around European membership. Yes, there will be a process of negotiation that is required there, but nobody with any credibility seriously suggests that Scotland would not be welcome back into the European Union. And while there would be a process of negotiation, most people who know what they're talking about on this issue are very clear that that would not be a particularly lengthy process. But these are issues that we will continue to update and inform people on. The last thing I would say, though, is we will also be candid with people that there is an inherent uncertainty in the future for everybody, for every individual, family, business and country. There are some questions that no country can answer definitively because it depends on circumstances and the decisions that are taken. And that comes back to an essential point here. This is not a choice, as it was often framed as in 2014, between certainty on the one hand and uncertainty on the other hand. The future is inherently uncertain. The question for Scotland is, how do we best navigate that uncertainty? And I think that's with governments that we vote for, rather than governments that we don't vote for, pursuing an economic policy based on the values of the majority in our country and harnessing the power of our abundant resources. Independence is not a guarantee of success, as I've said, for any country, but having the powers, the levers, the decision-making in your own hands, whether you're an individual or a nation, better equips you to face up to challenges than allowing other people to take decisions for you.